God, you guys, it was so terrible. Except for the last 4 hours after my appointment where I went skywriting and no one could find me! Okay, so. Oh my God. Who? Okay, so. All right, so. Okay, so I went out to the Parktrails today. And, okay, so again, I'll text it all. Same thing, you know, hiding in their cars, driving around me, screaming, trying to cut me off and circle. They can't track me, so they're all creeping out. They're all waiting for me because they can't see me from a foot away. So they all wait till I get out and they're hiding in their cars and stuff. And, do we even know if they're real members? Remember, and I changed my appointment last minute, like 2 or maybe a couple months before. And it was scheduled to a slower day. And I picked the toughest day. Because, you know, we want to make their job hard. That's my favorite day, Monday. Anyway, so that means, then they had like 1,000 people there as usual. And my point is, me changing the appointment, they can't, there's no way they can rearrange the schedule that much. So that means, obviously, they're not all members. And so who are all those fake customers? Those slimies, mildewies, moldies, scummites, posing as humans. Who are all of them? If you know what place and location I'm talking about, hey, now's your chance. Get your revenge. Use it. Now you can get your chance. Use it. You get it through me. Okay, so anyway, so when I'm leaving, yeah, they're trying to crash into me here in Spring Scottsfield Villas. Hey, if you know anyone who lives on Newfield Place or anywhere else, hey, I wonder how they would feel if it happened to them. Okay, so anyway, yeah, they're trying to bang into me. Honestly, the glasses are so dark, I didn't even see it. I was like, you fucking crash into my car, I will call the police. And I'm going to keep saying it. And I hope you do, because then we can get an investigation started, and we're gonna go through that fucking phone. We're gonna find out which managers you're texting and which other scuzz neighbors you're texting. Any kids or grandkids of any of these employees, neighbors I'm talking about, turn them in. Everyone has at least one human that hates them. Most people have a lot, especially businesses. Hey, now you can get your revenge. Get it through me. Now's your chance. Use it. Okay, so anyway, you know, I'm a human being too. And again, death threats, blackmail there. Okay, so, anyway, a car on Newfield Place, they try and back out and crash. Again, bad timing. They have no idea when I'm leaving, they're guessing, and they're trying to back out because they're mad and jealous, which is awesome. Because they can't track me or I guess that Nextdoor or that nesting app doesn't work. I don't know. I don't care. Hey, stalking, we're back in the 80s now. No technology. You pick the crime, do it. Just because it was easier with other victims doesn't mean it's going to be easy with everyone. So learn your new life. Anyway, so anyway, I almost backed into, and I honked really loud to blast out their drums. And, so anyway, I go out and, all these cars, so anyway, I drive there, and, all these cars in the parking lot, blah, 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 same thing, hiding in the cars, all come, because they can't track me, way too many, we don't even know if they're members, and, they're all going in at the same time as me, and there are like 100 of them there, and, I'm kind of angry they don't have cameras. Seriously, why don't they take pictures of me? or at least ask for my autograph. I mean, I invoke this type of jealousy and madness and, you know, fans. These are my fans. My scum fans. I have two fans. The nice normal humans are fans and the scum. Okay, so anyway, and I bring a lot of business. They should pay me to, okay, so anyway, I go in there and, yeah, they're all trying to cut me off and stuff. And, they're talking, all these, these gang stalking members, they're talking about, like, shooting Muslims and stuff. These shootings happen based on, you know, what the staff is telling them. That's how these shootings happen. Lies that the staff and Home Depot, Walmart is telling them. They're telling these fake customers, or some of them are real, to come in. And, you know, they're putting our lives in danger. That's how these shootings happen. Based on negative things being told about me by the staff. And, yeah, so then, again, yelling, screaming, you know, I'll post that text, you know, kids screaming, being dragged around by their parents, death threats, you know, about, Trump shooting was the same thing. Peeking behind the wall. There's this old lady who's peeking behind the wall and looking at me every time I wrote, so like she's spying on me, spying through cameras and stuff. And I get called back there, blah, 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 they do their stuff, and, I don't even know if that blood pressure is real. How does it go? My blood pressure used to be 90 to 114, and now suddenly the last few times, I don't know if it's real or not, or if they're testing to see if I'll post it up here, it's like 156 or 151, and then she did my other arm and it's suddenly 146. I don't know if it's true. I haven't changed anything back from when I was 90, my blood pressure, when it was really low, and now all of a sudden and I'm my weight is lower. That's the irony. When I was like 10, 20 pounds heavier, my blood pressure was 90 and 110. Now all of a sudden it's 146, 151. And I don't know if that's true or not, or if they're just testing to see, you know, if that's true. Or testing to see if I'll post it. But anyway, yeah, I don't know if that's true. Something that can't be proven they're trying to do. They're being told by Home Depot and because they did it at the 6130 location. Back with Stephanie and Nikki, these nurses, they would lie and change my blood pressure. And that obviously meant I needed medication. Back when Nicholas Rico was my doctor. And he never discussed it with me about taking nothing. And I remember they told me it was like 115, 117. And on the paper, they lied and put 146 with an exclamation mark. Just to show that, hey, we can get away with it. Well, you didn't. Because I blasted them and they got mad. Okay, so anyway, and they would close down the building along with the Allergy and Asthma Center. Even my mom said they're closing down the building and no appointments on the days I was coming in. That stopped because they got really mad. And then they had fake patients, whoever they were, banging against the wall, slamming it. And then the employees are mad. I'm like, well, you turned on the crematorium and got ashed. Snap to the zag. Keep blaming me. Because I ain't sucking up to you. These lips are not licking your nose. Anyway, yeah, and they got really mad. And I was like, wow, my mom's right. They would close down the entire building to have these non-patients come in, walk circles around me, and yell at me, threaten me, or just walk in a circle and snarl and go back out. They weren't even patients. They used to do that 6130 back when Dr. Rico was there. And now it's pediatrics, I think. And then they did that at Allergy and Asthma Center. And yeah, that's what they were doing. Even because I used to go out Mondays, 2:30 all the time. And I was like, Mom, how are they doing this? And I didn't believe her. I didn't think they had so much schedule control, the deception. I talked to experts too over the phone. And they said they used to work in a doctor's office, some of them. And they said that would be scheduling. And they told me, yeah, they can see out for months, a year. I was like, so they can see the scheduling for months? And they said, well, yeah, we can see out months. And they said that would be how they're doing it. And they said it sounds like they are manipulating the schedule, but they said that's how they would be doing it. They can do that. Like, I was like, that explains it all. This is before I had the app or anything. Because I was like, how do they know what day and time? I was like, there are way too many people there back before I had the app or anything and I had no internet. Because I want to see how they were finding out. I was like, that's how they're doing. I had no idea. I thought they followed HIPAA rules, you know, these other places. And they didn't. So they're breaking them, and they're breaching security, and that's how these shootings happen. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that's how that happened. Anyway, they got mad. That's what they're doing. They're closing down the building and then not setting appointments on the days I would come in. Back at Allergy and Asthma Center in the 6130 Trier Road location. And okay, so that's how nuts they are. It is flattering, and then they get mad. Okay, good. Keep getting mad. And yeah, don't be nice to me. We do not want anything from me. We do not need anything from you. You want it from us. You got it backwards, and everybody knows it. You want shit from us, and you ain't ever getting it. We don't do anything for us. We don't want anything from you. We don't need anything from you. Because you have to give us stuff according to civil rights. So you have no fucking power. But keep acting like you do, because we're gonna keep reporting it up here. Okay, so anyway, I go in there, and yeah, it takes a really, again, they're purposely stalling. How did they do that when I changed my appointment last minute? Especially on a busy Monday. Of course, always pick Mondays, because it's the busiest days for some places, and it kills the stalking, and it makes it hard for them to do their job. So, yeah, pick Mondays. And, yeah, all these places were always scheduling me Thursdays and Fridays. I was like, no, you work for me by default. You do what I say. When I say I want first appointment on Monday, you fucking give it to me. You don't do it 2 weeks out so my prescriptions can run out and try and make me feel flustered. Oh, and then that's if there's no problem with my prescription. If there is, I wouldn't get an appointment and they might not see me because these dumbass turds, purposely put it like 2 or 3 weeks out. That's what they do at other places, to try and force me to give them a Thursday. Like, we'll give you the day and time, you bitch, but you better give us, we'll give you the day, the time, but you better give us Thursday. I'm like, no, I thought it was a coincidence. I'm like, no, that makes it easier for the stalkers. And then they want the lawn trolls to come out on Mondays, so don't give her Mondays. No. I do what I want. When I say I want, and that's an ample time. 3, 6 months, even 11, a year, 12 months out. That's enough time to go on a Monday when I need to go in. And they were putting a 2-week acting like, there's no opening, and when there is. Or they're blocking and doing the schedule deceptioning, not scheduling appointments on Mondays or Tuesdays, when it's really busy. That's what they're doing. I'm like, there's got to be openings on the, that's between you and them. Okay? Okay? That deal's between you and Home Depot and Walmart and the Scuzfield neighbors. And that's how it's always been. That's how it'll always be. Okay, so anyway, skywriting for like 3 or 4 hours after my appointment, so they couldn't find me, and I didn't come directly home, and they were pissed off. So there's no way they could track me, 0%. Anyway, they had again older tired people, and this is awesome. And again, why would you show this? It's like pointing out you have a small penis or something, or you have like white pubic hairs on your vagina. Why would you show that? But I love it. Let me tell you. So they had I think the first house in Newland Place, if you look on the map, it's right off of it's right off of Lemire Road, like the first house on the right, I think, or the first 5 houses on the right. Hell, and the whole first half road. Of course, they're going to wait for a red Cavalier to come, and they're just sitting out looking out their windows. They have no way to track me. So they quickly texted someone that lives near my house, my street. And I show that in the video. And, she's coming. And they purposely placed my trash can across the curb. And lately it's been on my side. But since I went out today on Monday, they knew I'd park my car and look. Or maybe they thought I wouldn't. And they thought I wouldn't bring my camera out and record it, which is exactly what I did. And now they feel even more stupider. They felt stupid for a long time now, for 8 years. And now they feel even more stupider. I don't know if that's possible. And, okay, so anyway, I stopped by the curb, and I knew this would happen. And I was like, I'm still going to open my door. I hope you tear it off. A car sped by, and that car had no idea. They're showing that, hey, bitch, we waited for you, and we don't want to do this anymore. We're angry. We waited like 4 or 5 hours for you. We had no idea where you were. We couldn't track you, you bitch. you know, and they're acting like, you know, I'm like, hey, you obviously didn't ruin your whole day. So why are you so angry? I'm like, you obviously utilized your time. You had the best, it was like the spa day for you. For guys, it was like buffalo wings, watching your famous football games. You obviously had a good time here waiting for me. 4 hours, and they got texted, and that's the only way they knew, because nobody knew. I didn't come directly home, so they waited 3 or 4 hours, because I was gone for a good 3 or 4 hours after my appointment. So they had no idea where I was, and where they tracking me, no live tracking. And so, yeah, that's what I want you to see. So the neighbor, right when I turned into my home, Springfield Glen Villas, the neighbor right there, it's 1 street away behind my house, they quickly texted, looked at this, the only way they could have done it. I want you to see how obsessed, and ask them about it because they love it. They then texted a neighbor that lives on my street, which is 1 street away. Then I park by my curb where 5428 is. Do you hear the killer dog barking? Call critter control. Anyway, I park outside by the curb where they transferred my trash bin to the other side. And usually when I don't go out anywhere. It's usually on the right side of the curb because they got in trouble for purposely blocking it with the car. And so anyway, they put it there to hurt my war injury leg on the left side of Dementia David and the Crazy Cuz. And so yeah, I have it in the video. Okay, so anyway, after I parked at the curb, but anyway, I didn't get that in the video. Obviously, I didn't have my phone on me, but as I'm driving home, yeah, I'm opening my car door, and this car zooms by. I still open it at the same, I didn't stop. I was like, I'm going to open it, even if they're going to crash into me, because then we're going to I'm going to call the police, and we're going to have an investigation, and they're going to have cameras here. You know, who knows? People here are two-faced. I mean, they're video cameras. Hopefully, someone will turn them in. I believe in that. People are two-faced. Hey, be famous, get on TV, help the police. People care more about that fame than being, you know, loyal to each other. Slime like that. They turn each other in. So anyway, yeah, I did the sound. They're not going to scare. I didn't kind of close my door. They got lucky. I opened at the same level. You fucking hit my car when I open it, which I'll let you. Break my hand, break my arm. We're gonna open up an investigation. Good, do it. That's what they're afraid. That's why they quickly like watch, and then they zoom by, because they know that she's gonna call the police, and they're gonna search her cell phones. Pussy. See again. Why would you show someone you're a pussy? Just like at Walmart when they would pretend they're gonna hit me with the cart and then quickly back away, or they'd be walking in front of me. I wouldn't move, and then they'd move at the last minute. I'm like, why would you show me you're a pussy? Either you bang into me or you don't do it at all. But when you do that, you're saying, naughty, I'm scared of you, which is awesome. So tell them all that. All the this guy's neighbors here. Call their employers and tell them that. These are attempted murderers. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so then I open my car door. I check the trash bin because they know I don't want to come out late at night when I'm tired. And it could have been full. So I checked it, and they thought I would just come out and roll it back in, but I didn't. I recorded it, and I posted it here, the video here on Facebook, and posted everywhere else. And so, yeah, I did that. I was taping it. You see the Crazy Cuz that Christy and Christopher Eastham, the white trash couple across. But it did bodito. Why shock? They're so fucking old. Even a Home Depot, they're all like in their 80s and 90s. And yeah, I think they act worse than teenagers. They act worse than teenagers. Ask them about it, because they love that. Dementia David, he's like 93, 90. Sorry, and yeah, I want you to really see this. And they don't even like it. They're tired. They're like holding their hip. Like it's so funny. I think it's adorable sometimes. Like you're coming up, they're holding their hip and they're so fucking old. It's funny. It's so funny. I think it's adorable. Like you're hurting your hip and your legs over with their little canes. They're so cute in their wheelchairs. Yeah, I think that's cute. Okay. I was like, oh, all for me. It's sweet and pathetic and adorable. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so that happened. And then they keep slamming the door, being a door when I'm in the exam room. I think they have secret cameras there, because how do they know every time I'm moving? that trail guide, he's purposely stalling. How did they get a customer in front of me for like an hour? Especially when I changed my appointment. Who was that really? And there are like 100 people out there. And then they're slamming the door, closing and stuff like that. And finally they come in. And he's like, hey, yeah. I'm like, hey, yeah. He's like, and she's like, did you get the breast exam and the colon? I said, no. And then I don't know if she was really mad or if she was told to act angry. But then she made this face. And then I start like, I like smile. And he goes, and then she took out her stethoscope and then she goes, as she's leaning towards me to check my heart rate, she goes, cause that has to do with mental health has to do with the mental health process too. And then when she's checking my breathing in my back, don't hold your breath, keep breathing in and and she said, do you plan on taking it? I said, And then she's like, we're gonna, then we'll get you to urinate, if you can. Because I told him earlier, I said, I just went to the bathroom. I was like, I don't know if I have enough urine, because I literally went like 15 minutes before. And I had enough. So anyway, before I took the urine test, they say for methamphetamines, I don't know if it's true. I never had my previous trail supervisors ask me that. I don't know if it's a new thing or different strokes, as they say. I'm sure it will be, or it is, since they knew I would post it, but I'm just double checking. I think it is true, because they knew I'd post this, and if it wasn't true, they'd get in deep trouble. But just in case, I want to make sure. And okay, so the assistant comes in, and all of a sudden, she asked, did you want to give it? And I was like, okay, so now I have a choice. I didn't say that. And then I said, yeah, I'll go. I said, but what is it mandatory? And she said, I can ask. And then I said, no, I'll give it. I don't have a problem with that. But I said, I just want to know, like, what happens if a person refuses it. And she said, okay, let me ask. And she came back, and then she says, then she can't prescribe you the Adderall. And I don't know if it's a can't or won't, but I don't know. Of course I'll do it for, because of course I want the pills. And plus, of course, I figure we find out here. And so anyway, so of course I gave it. And I did ask him I asked the trail guy, the trail soup, when she was in there before the assistant came in. She said, "Oh, we have to take a urine test." And I said, "Really?" She was like, "Yeah." I go, "That has to be done," because I never had my previous trail soups ask me that. This is the first time I ever heard it, and this is the third trail soup I've had. And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Okay." I said, "How often?" And she said, "Once a year." I haven't even been there a year. It'll be a year this December. But yeah, like I said, I don't have a problem with it. I've just never had the previous trail soups ask me. That's why. But yeah, okay, so anyway, I don't know, she's acting kind of mean about it. I don't know if that's just her behavior, because everyone says doctors are assholes or mean. And trail guide soups and nurses and, yoga instructors and fast food employees. But especially this kind of trail guides, everyone says that they're all assholes. Maybe he's not getting it. I don't know. I don't care. I just want the pills. So anyway, I'm just there to get in and get out. I don't give a fuck how people feel. Okay, so anyway, So she, once a year. And here's the thing, well, anyway, she said he couldn't. Anyway, we're fast forwarding to when the assistant came in and she asked, and she said, then she said she can't, the trail soup can't prescribe the pills. I said, okay, I can do it. And so I went ahead and did it. And so yeah, I don't know what a mammogram has to do with, I thought you had to have lumps, you had to have symptoms. That's what I'm here for too. Do you have to have symptoms? Because he says, she said an order is put in, but I look at my app, it says request. Which is it? I mean, if a customer or patient doesn't want to do it, do they have to? And if they don't, can a biking trail supervisor or a nurse or a doctor or a pharmacy tech or a teacher or a librarian, can they say no? They probably can, which is my next point. Are they doing this with other customers? If they can, which I'm guessing they can, because they say people can fire people for no reason. So, make sure they're doing it with other people. You can see my concern, because before my blog was ever up, they were really getting away with it, like at Kroger's and Subway. They would give me burned cookies, old meat to make me vomit, black burned chocolate chip cookies, and all the other cookies I didn't get were all soft, moist, gooey, delicious. Kroger was hiding food, literally. All the food I wanted was always empty. All cracker, the regular shelf items, all the frozen food, literally all the chips would always be gone. And they were getting away with it until I called corporate, and then they backed off. And you see my concern here, since they did it, just before I had a blog, that's why they're getting away with it. You see my concern, because you see my concern with other businesses, how they schedule, how they were closing down the building and letting all these people, stalkers who weren't even patients come in, and other places too. So yeah, you see my concern here, that I'm double checking and making sure they do. And like that Dr. Thomas Miller, that asshole who went to Illinois Road. Go there with stinky pussies, girls. Go there with smelly, stinky pussies. Go with long pubic hair, eat a big burrito. Go there, leave a stinking shit there, blood, dried up urine. Take it and lick it and say, look, it's pudding. Say, come on, do it. And then call corporate when they won't taste it off your fingers. Say, it is pudding. Smell really bad between the legs for Dr. Thomas Miller at the Illinois Road location of a Parkview Physicians Group. Anyway, that asshole, he was forcing me to do pap smears every year, and he wasn't doing that with all the patients, and I didn't know about it till years later. And then he had me doing uterine ultrasounds every 3 months when he had just seen it 3 months ago, and they get smaller. Mine is really tiny. It's like the size of a crumb. And they lie because they're jealous. I'm like, your desire and the fact are two different things. It being the tiny drop is not the size of a Dixie plate like you want. You want me to have surgery because you're jealous that my organs are good and you can't have kids or something, and I can, and you're jealous. And they're trying to make me have emergency hysterectomies because they had them and they're jealous because they know I don't need one. Even my mom was mad. She said, no, because one of his colleagues he sent me to, which is useless. She was just sitting there. She wouldn't talk about the reason why he sent me, which is a useless appointment. Her name was Dr. Iwona Podlinsky, something like that. She's at the Cancer Institute on Parkview Plaza. Yeah. She was talking about shutting down my ovaries. I'm like, yeah, you and the rest of your dogs are jealous. And my mom screamed, no! Exactly. I was like, Mom, that was never going to happen. But she's talking about, yeah, you wish. Because she can't have kids. All the rest of Home Depot, they can't have kids. Something like that. Not that there's anything wrong with adopting. They're jealous. Because they had poor parental skills. Their daughters didn't turn out like me. And their parenting skills, take parenting classes, they didn't end up like my mom. It's not my fault my mom raised me properly. I didn't end up with a bastard baby, some illegitimate child. 3 of them at age 17. Like a lot, like yours. Go read a parenting book. Take a parenting class. Okay, so anyway, pay me and I'll teach them. I only take cash, by the way. Okay, so anyway, I go there. He would force me into doing these tests so they could shove a 3-foot light bulb up my vagina. And, to see some teeny little benign tumor that they say 85% of women have. And, stuff like that. And he had me do pap smears. I don't know if they check for STDs, but I'm not even sexually active, believe it or not, for years now. I haven't been with a guy in years, and they know that. And I don't have any diseases or anything. I don't know if that's what a pap smear checks or if a pelvic exam. I don't know which one, but he's having me do that every year. So you can see my concern with all those places that did that. Why I have to check up here and ask without revealing the location. And hopefully you guys know what place and location and staff I'm talking about. I really don't know. I mean, Home Depot, Walmart, the Scottsfield neighbors, they're doing anything to try and they do anything for ever since they started stalking me and other targets. They try and make our life, like experts say, hacking experts say, security experts say, when hackers and stalkers don't want money, some of them don't want money, they try and make the person miserable and suffering because they're miserable and they want me to be, that's never going to happen. And try going to a gym. If they'll take you. Anyway, if the machine can hold you. And it's not my problem. It's not my job to make you lose 200 pounds and feel good about yourself. Go to a plastic surgeon, get bariatric surgery. I don't know. I don't care. So anyway, he said, that happened. And she was like, yeah. Okay, now we're back at the room. The biking trail room where the trail guide was talking. Anyway, yeah, you can see my concern about them saying a breast exam, and then another thing is the colon thing where they said they mail you a box, and I never got it because the Porch Pirates where I live, Dementia David, the Crazy Cuz, 5432 Dominic Heidi. Somebody stole my mail, again, to get me in trouble with her. So, hey, Dr. Wannabe, two-faced fuck, scold them. The criminals that you're working for, talk to them. They bad. They a fault, you dumbass. Anyway, talk to them. They steal. They porch pirates. You dumbass. The ones that the ones that you're helping try and murder me, where shooting could have happened based on you and your staff's lies. If that happens, everybody knows who you really are, hopefully. So expose all of them if that ever happens. So anyway, an asshole can be a female too, by the way. I just learned that. Assholes don't have to be guys. So anyway, and a jerk can be a female too. Anyway, we did that, and that's what I want to know. I mean, I know a doctor can enforce that. So if they can do that, which I think they can, because they knew I'd post this, are they doing it with other patients just to double check and make sure? Other customers, or is it just me? Like I said, you can see my concern why that they would do that if they thought they can get away with it. So that's what I'm just double checking. And they may have thought that, oh, she trusts us, she won't post, but no, I'm doing it either way. Yeah. What's boobs? And like fatty tissue and the boobs and poop got to do with it. Where they mail a colon something, I don't know what it's a colon kit where they mail it to you and you have to catch your own stool and then mail it. That's disgusting. What if I poop at night? Do I just hold it? Do I just put it in the box and then mail it out in the morning? What if you never get... And don't you have to have symptoms for like a breast cancer? Because I always see that on TV. If you find a lump, if they found a lump, then I would feel. Then I would have gone ahead and gone tested. But I thought you had to have like a lump. I thought they had to find something or me find something, and then I would get tested. But there's no immediate thing. So can they force it on a patient or a customer, and then can they blackmail the person? Is that blackmail or is that protocol? It could, you see my concern how other places blackmailed me, you know, it's Subway, Kroger, other medical offices, other businesses. So is this blackmail on behalf of Home Depot, Walmart, and the SCUS neighbors, or the managers and the SCUS neighbors, or is it protocol? And if it is, are they doing it with, make sure they're doing it with everybody else, not just when I came there. Has the trail supervisors, have they been doing this for years and years before I ever became a customer there, a member there? That's what I want to know. Or did they just start doing it after I came there? I don't have a problem with tests. I mean, the test isn't the issue to me. The issue is are they doing it with everybody, or did they start it with me? You know, is it protocol? Is it necessary for me to get my pills for methamphetamines? Because the last two, like I said, the last two trail supervisors I had, they never asked for it. So that's what looks weird to me. I'm like, well, the other two never asked, but this one is. I don't know. People are different. Maybe it's that, but that's my concern. Well, the other two never asked, so why is this one? That's the other thing, what I felt was weird. I was like, why now? I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they say, you know, it has to be done, or, you know, it has to be done. But it's like, okay, so back to a colon thing. Ew, you have to catch your own poo. Ew, I don't know how to do. That's what I wanted to tell her. I was like, I don't know how to explain it. I was like, I can't do that. How? Ew. And, but, you know, you don't feel like talking. You just want to get out of there, get in and out. You just don't want to talk. You know, you don't want to talk too much to these types of people, quote unquote. You just want to get in and get out, you know. You don't want to go too deep with these types. It just gets longer and longer and more complicated. You heard the one-word answers I gave. That's what really pissed her off. Now, I don't know if those are real snarls or if she was told to do it, but because that has to do with mental health process, yeah. So are you gonna get it done? I hope you see this. Fuck off, bitch. Hey, I can say it. Nobody knows who you are. Not! Hopefully the right people do. Okay, so anyway. Hey, you know, and then they had all the staff threatening me as I left and screaming, you know, death threats. And, hey, if you know the staff in this location, unfortunately, I can tell, but I choose not to, because I value me and my health over that. And, if you know what place I'm talking about, hopefully the right people. I know family, friends of these employees. A lot of you hate them or against them. It could be your sister, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, brothers, uncles, nieces, nephew. You heard my blog, you heard this. I wonder how they'd feel if you called the places where they go. Remember, employees are patients and customers too. These pigs go out to eat 4 times a day. Them, their kids, their grandkids. Hey, I wonder how they would feel with 1 to 3 hour waits. I wonder how they would feel with unnecessary testing, if that's what they're doing. So remember, it can be done to them. If you know the place, location, staff I'm talking about, do it to them if you haven't heard them, their kids, grandkids, whatever. Whoever they're passing off as their grandkids, aka bastard relations, illegitimate children that they're calling their kids and grandkids. And, yeah. Remember, it can be done to them too, and it is being done, you know, so. Fast food places, and they go out more than me, so, you know, any of these places, any of these employees, do to them and their kids and their grandkids. Unnecessary stuff, that anything to make their life harder, hoops they have to jump through. Again, I don't know if that's what they're doing here. I mean, it seems like they are doing that. I just don't know why the other two didn't. Maybe it's different personality. I don't know. Then again, at the other two trailing supervisors, I went once every 6 months. This trailing soup says, unfortunately, she wants to see patients every 3 months for the methamphetamine. So I guess this one is more scared. I don't know. Scared, more, you know, goes by the book policy. I don't have a problem with that. If I did, I would fish for another one, but I hate that. Once I land somewhere, I like to stay there. That's too much of a pain. I'd rather be sleeping or having my nails done or watching one of my soap opera. No. Even if it's harder, I stay at one place. I don't like to fish around if I don't have to, because I don't want to. I'm too lazy. I'd rather just do what they say than look for, you know, something. Not that I ever thought of that. But yeah, is that true? You know? So, that's what I wanted to say. Yes, I have to go and work out later. I'm so hungry. Yeah, and we didn't even know if those scummites posing as humans, if they're even really members there. But yeah, people tell me that should not be happening. You should report that. So you report this for me. You know what happens in my experience when we report it, then we get banned and stuff, which is unfair to us. But then, like other places, then here's the thing. Then they're like, they talk with us one-on-one. They're like, pull us into their office, and not this place, but other businesses. They're like, oh, why didn't you talk to us? I'm like, that goes both ways, you dumb fat bitches. You fat pumpkin ass clowns. I'm like, you guys never talk to me first, and they never have an answer. I go, why didn't you talk to me? I go, you guys never told me, hey, these weird, ugly these law-breaking stalkers, these criminals came in and they were talking some shit about you. We told them to get out. We called the police. No, you didn't call me. You didn't talk to me. You didn't contact me and say, hey, you know, we didn't breach your privacy. You broke the law. You broke HIPAA laws. You violated me and other targets' privacy. So why we got to talk to you? We're going to go to the public. And they get mad, why didn't you talk to us? No, that's why we didn't talk to you. You didn't come to us. We're doing it the same way you did it. You went to them after they came to you. You're going to a third party, not me, the customer. So I'm going to go to the public, the social platforms, everywhere where you get your ass kicked. Where you get fucked smack out of whack. Woo! Bitches. You go to them, I go here. And I go to other people. I go to humans. You go to them, I go to them. But that, just like my mom says and everybody else says, every other normal human says, meaning, their meaning is, you shut up! You shut up! We get to do it to you. We get to call you a cunt and a whore online and use your legal name while you're working with us. And we get to stalk you and have all the employees follow you single file military in the bathroom and pretend they're urinating, and then not give you help, have you ring up all the customers in the store, have them rolling like tennis balls, which I didn't mind. I took my time at Home Depot and Walmart, you know. But you don't do it to us. We can do it to you, but you don't fight back with us. Because we're the governors and the presidents. We're not the lowest form of life. We're not the lowest form of retail, life form in retail. You know, no. Any human, that's not reality. Any human with a backbone and a speck of respect for themselves and a spine would fight back. Harder than me. If you think mine is hard, there are people who fight harder, believe it or not. You know, the only person who would bow down to you and bend to you and grovel is probably like a homeless drug addict who needs 4 walls and a roof. That type of person who really just needs food, water, basic, just housing. That type of poor person would bend to you. That's the way you treat other people, humans. They abuse you first. They trash you online first. They don't tell anybody. And then they go to these third-party places. And these businesses, they're rapist supporters because they were unpopular in high school. They can't even corroborate any evidence of the lies that are being said about you. They don't even believe what's being told to them. They're just pretending they're prom queen in high school. They're trying to relive out their non-glory days of high school because they weren't the popular cheerleader or the prom queen or king or that hunky football player. That's why they're doing it. And yeah. Not that they should do it even if the lies were true. You're supposed to keep you're supposed to be professional even if they're a murderer. You're supposed to keep their privacy, not breach it, no attempted murder attempts by the criminals you bring in. These are rapist supporters and kidnapping supporters. And I had a bad experience. Another reason I didn't want to tell that that snarling, of course I just want to get out of there too, that snarling biking trail guide. I was sexually assaulted on a table by Dr. Iwona Podlinski, like raped on a table with the nurse, them holding me down. And that triggers memories. Why are you forcing someone who was raped and you know about it? Because they read my blog and they heard from others. Why would you force a rape victim to who's table raped in another room in a different building? Why would you force someone to trigger that? Or because you're trying to trigger me and others into committing suicide? You know that I was held down and forced. So why would I want to go through anything like that? What you're saying, you know? They're trying to trigger, rape trauma victims, PTSD, and they're trying to drive us to suicide. Well, no. I'm not going to do that. I'm too happy with life. But that's what they already know that. You know, they're just trying to force me to take all these tests because, yeah, they know I was forced by Dr. Thomas Miller and Dr. Iwona Podlinski. By the way, stop calling her iPad. Get your fucking name straight. The fuck kind of name is that? What are you fucking device? You are not an iPad, you idiot. Get your name straight. Iwona Podlinski, the big sad looking huge face. She was shoving things up my vagina and not telling me. She told me I will feel with my hands. She did not. She had all these contraptions, these metal contraptions and tools hidden in her jacket. She wasn't telling me what she was shoving inside of me. She was causing bleeding, forcing, because she said, I hear you do not like things put inside of you. I was like, what the hell is she doing with my legs? And then she's shoving all this shit up my vagina and not telling. After she lied and she told me she wouldn't do that. And she was having a nurse hold me down. Oh, hold her. Oh, hold on. They were holding me. That's rape. And I need to report that. That was not at the Cancer Institute. It was in December, I think, of 2018. Rapist. And they know about this. And they're trying to force me into taking other tests. I don't have a problem with taking tests, but I don't know if that's the reason. I'm just putting it out there. Because like I said, the 2 other park trailing guides never asked me for this. I don't know why they're doing it. But yeah, I'm just putting it out there. It could be because I don't know. But yeah. But these are type of businesses that support. Anyway, my point is these are type of businesses that support them. These are rapists. Probably murderers. We don't know about them. Maybe they committed murders. This is a white trash satanic cult. This is a cult. Don't let them in your church. I should title this video that. Don't let them in your church. I'm shocked their foot doesn't erupt in flames when they set it on church ground. Throw holy water on them. Say, oh, look, I see your face stinging and burning. Get out. Don't allow any of these people imitations into your church. Kick them out, literally. Kick them in their hips and say, get out of here. You're devil. You're satanic. It doesn't say anything in the Bible. Say you're not Christians. You're Christian imitations. You're not real Christian. In the Bible, it doesn't say, take the human law into your hand. Act like me, God. Play me, Jesus Christ, the Holy Ghost. Which doesn't exist. That makes no sense at all. Yeah, play me, play God. Open up gangs. That's not Christian. Tell them that. They get mad. Kick them out of your church. These are satanic, evil, white trash cults. They worship the devil. This one across. So Christy's daughter, named Brittany, Christy and Christopher Eastham, she lives in there too. And she would rock back and forth and have these candles. And every time I would open the door and stuff, of course, because she had a live cam, infrared, sharing an app with them, or waiting for me to take out the trash because I know I do it at night, most of the time, early in the morning. She'd be sitting out there with the windows all open, rolled up, and the whole window exposed, rocking back and forth, sitting like on top of her legs, with her legs folded underneath her. And there was a satanic sign with a bunch of candles, and she's rocking back and forth. And then another time she's sitting with some other chick. Or maybe it was Christy. I don't know. They both look old. But I was told her daughter used to live in there. And her daughter's name is Brittany Eastham. And, yeah. So this is a satanic cult, white trash. Tell them, bring it up. Say, get out of here. We don't want you here. You worship the devil. You're not Christians. And of course, they'll fight back with you. Say, so do Christians in the Bible say to gang stalk minorities because you're not popular in high school? Do you really want to feel that important? Or is it not? Are you jealous? Is it something else? Like what? Ask him in detail. Just keep asking questions. And, yeah, like when I was at my OBGYN. By the way, I have an OBGYN appointment coming on September 16th. And, yeah, last year, my hair got caught in my bracelet. And one of the receptionists yelled, she should get a haircut. So ask the receptionist. It's Suite 300 on Carew Street, OBGYN. Ask them in detail. Don't stop asking because they love that. Say, so what does that mean? We're just trying to understand here. So why did you yell that out right when you saw her, right when her hair got caught in her bracelet and she kind of untangled it? Look, why did you say that out loud? Say, so that means were you voyeuring her, spying on her through a camera? Just like, okay, so if you were, well, why did you feel the need to say that out loud? Are you jealous because you're bald? You don't have, or are you trying to make her like run out screaming and crying and then buy a rope at a hardware store and then hang herself? Do you have kids? Do you have grandkids? Great grandkids? So would you want someone to treat them like that and try and drive them to suicide? Why were you staring at her though? Were you spying on her through a camera? So you're sitting at your desk and you're doing this, like looking over, or did you have an app and you were staring? We just want to know like what's the end game? Like what were you trying to do? Like why not just do this? Like why did you say it out loud? That's like saying you're proud that your son was born blind and you'd rather have him, I'd rather have my kid born blind. Oh, sighted. It's not challenging enough. Oh, colors are boring. Nobody believes that. That's nothing to be proud of. Then again, that's why we don't get along. I'm not proud of stuff I would hide. Stuff most people would hide. Okay. Hey, I just robbed a bank and I got away with it. And then you tell everyone. No, I didn't rob a bank. I'm pretending that I'm one of them who said that. That's how they act. That's why we don't get along. I have a little bit of street smarts compared to them. Compared to them, I'm a genius. That's why, we do not want anything from you. We do not need anything from you. Don't act like a requirement is a favor. That's what they tell the businesses. You have to give me food. You can't hide it. They seem to have thought that we would believe it if they hid stuff from, and that we would, quietly run away and hide. That makes me want to fight back even, like, grrr. That makes me want to break through those boulders even more and fight back, because I know I can win. You're not supposed to be hiding shit and stuff, so. That's what gets me. I'm like, did you guys not know gang stalking doesn't work? You didn't know that we're not that dumb. We can figure out there's corporate and they rule the world, and they always that's the thing. Corporate always goes against them. They take my side, of course. I told you humans count. The ones with the big positions, higher positions than them, and they're humans. They always go against all these gang stalkers. These chotti, nicky, little shit shops around here in Fort Wayne. No, that's not the whole population. Everyone goes against them. And, yeah, I'm like, why even start this? Did you not know that you can't win? Seriously, literally, what happens when you don't get what you want? Yeah, you're going to have to stalk me for the rest of my life, and we're okay with that. We'd rather, nothing really to go through, because we're not losing. Even if I did lose, I'd rather lose stuff, but I'm not going to, because thank God for social media. I thank God for social media platforms and civil rights, because civil rights went out over gangster. No business wants to do your bidding with civil rights and the law around and the public and the reviews and the social No business goes against you. They give me and everybody else what we want as long as we follow the rules. And that's exactly what they don't want. They want us to act prim and proper and not get what we... It's like, Then we come here and then we talk about, civil rights and stuff. And then we get what we want, so... And you continue to not, so we can continue to get what we want, so... Yeah, it's like, did you really think we're that dumb? So we actually thought you were like Corleone in The Godfather. Even I wouldn't have listened to that one. But I'm like, they actually thought that, that's what gets me. That's what I keep saying over. I can't believe they actually thought that we thought that they controlled Subway, all these other businesses. Doctor, you really that dumb? You thought that we would think that they're monkey mind brain controlled. And you know that old saying, to get respect, you gotta get, that's not true. Not in my case. I noticed the nicer I got to them, the more, because they want something else, the more and more meaner they got. They acted like, we don't care if you're nice. We don't want your money, which I don't care for. I'm not there to make friends. Like I said, this isn't camp. And, or cheer camp or ballet camp. Anyway, my point is they were told, hey, act like with Nadia that, hey, you don't care if she's nice or respectful. Act like you're not going to be nice to her, give this bitch what she wants because, you work for, you care about our opinion, Home Depot, Walmart. And, you better listen to them, Home Depot, Walmart, and the Scuzz neighbors, or else we're not going to be nice to you. We'll only be nice and give you what you want if you succumb and hang yourself, commit suicide, or drive out of here and move out. We'll be nice to you. But no matter how nice you are to us, we don't care. Home Depot and Walmart coaches them, begs them, and tells them, show her that you don't care. Show her that, hey, if she doesn't give us what we want, you're not going to be nice to her. Well, that didn't work out at all now, did it? Anyway, still alive. I'm still up and erect and online. And I'm always going to be up and erect and on social media platforms. me and my alter ego, we're always going to be up and erect and on social platforms and alive forever. We're never going away. We're always going to stay up and up and up. Woo! Okay. And with that, oh gosh, my melancholies fall out. What does that mean? So, call me! I am Lips of Flame! Ah! And I tell about all the sneaky, shady, dastardly, ugly, dirty business dealings here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I want to know when! I want to know where! I want to know how! I want to know who! But most of all, I want to know why! Why?